Honestly, this is so stupid. I give up. What the hell is SE? Sound effect. And what is the CA area? Or a CA sign? I don't even know what that means. Don't shorten words, nobody knows. Yeah, Jobs, welcome back. How are you doing today with Tokyo Xtreme Racer 2? First time playing it. Whew. I am on edge today. Let's utilize all of that energy. So, anyone knows what a CA is? Cunt advisor. CA means challenge. How does that mean challenge? Or drift zone? How does CA mean drift challenge? What the hell is wrong with people? Canadian assholes. How does CA translate to drift challenge? I'm annoyed. LFFLSP. There's gotta be an actual translation for these letters, man. Window close open. Dude, I have no idea what that means. SX can be heard outside the car. Dude, this is terrible. What the f does it even mean? I wouldn't even mind if it was like a translation. You know, CA stands for Conquest Advisor, whatever. I just want to have the literal translation. But I assume the game doesn't even use it then. This is exactly how the game was. Okay. I guess we just jump into Conquest then and see what happens. Such legendary racer once existed. He was called the Emotional King. Veritable god in the Kaido world. I better say that he's only vanished after the race. In Asso. Dude, this is completely incoherent. The f are they even saying? Dude, I can't come up with a better story if I'm stoned. This is the same shit that Payback did with, like, you know, the gambler, the broker, and the asshole all mixed together randomly so nobody knows what's going on. 13 devils. Does it mean we have 13 bosses to fight? There's definitely some artificial loading going on there, because there's no way the emulator would actually need to load. Get an FF first because you will hate yourself starting with an rear-wheel drive. Really? Is that bad? It's divided into day and night. During the day you can enter official races or take sponsor tests. Remember when I said Need for Speed should have like day and night races right before Heat even released? So this game had it too. How is A and B both a confirmation button? Like I didn't actually want to press anything here. Because I have no idea what I just said yes to. Do I need a shift assist? Sure. I mean, I guess it means automatic gearbox. Why does the handbrake not work as good as I thought it would? Like I don't feel like the car actually goes sideways when I hit the handbrake. The game tested your skill issues. Okay, so it's gonna be difficult then. Can I put multiple sponsors on my... thing? Up to 10. Oh, okay. That sounds like big money. This is a default camera, right? Or you can choose how the camera looks by default. Can you do it here though? No. This is so typical. This is typical PlayStation 1 and 2. Certain options are not available during gameplay. I'm not sure if there's actually technical limitations or the developers were just lazy to have it implemented during gameplay. But you're right, the menus are super janky. I'm back in the garage. I just want to play the game, man. The game is badly translated, but yes, it's translated. The real experience. I guess I'm not the only one that got triggered by this stuff. First gets me 50,000 CP and 4,500 points. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with those points. On my first race, I gotta be honest, the brakes didn't feel that good. The brakes felt super weak. Action! Wait, are we drifting? Oh, we are drifting. Action! How do I know? Clear 4,500. Stop judgment. Stop judgment? Dude, the translation is terrible. I don't know about this game's handling, man. Feels very wonky. Action! Action! Chad, we need some action. So, I do think it's slowly getting better. All roads lead to legend. The translation of this game is so stupid. I do have to get a hang of proper braking in this game. Definitely too fast for the corners. The thing is, I kind of want to play it like Burnout, you know, where you tap the handbrake and then just drift around the corners. Obviously, this game is a bit more realistic, so that doesn't work. Use this camera, you get a nice rear view mirror, which could be good for immersion, seeing the guys behind you. At least time attack. So stupid. The translation of this game is ass, man. Alright, hit the cones in order, I would say. No, not how it works. Okay, now I know what the game wants from me. No? Where do you want me to go? The problem is, you don't really... You know, this is another game where it would be great if you could see 2 checkpoints instead of just 1. Because if it pops in right in front of you, that's terrible for racing games. Because you have no idea where your follow-up is gonna be. Honestly, this is so stupid. It's better to... Dude, it's better to just remember the freaking pattern than trying to orientate yourself on the minimap. It's a catastrophe. It's so stupid. Did we get it? Yes. You cannot tell me that this is good game development. You can say skill issue all day. I'm okay with that. But you cannot tell me that this is good game development. If anything, it's both. It's not that bad. It's pretty stupid. It's genuinely really stupid. Only showing 1 checkpoint. Because then you have this instant thing where, you know, you need to know beforehand what's gonna happen. Because if you react on what you see, play it like the developers intended, you're not gonna make it. Does that make sense? Exactly. I don't like... Oh my god. Exactly. You need to remember. You need to remember the pattern. Rather than actually playing it by what you see, you have to remember it, or you just look at the minimap all the time. Who wants to look at the minimap all the time when they're playing a racing game? This hitbox is annoying. Advanced race. So that means my opponents are stronger. Oh yeah, now we get 2 CXP. CXP. And another letter that is not explained anywhere. We need to increase our C level. You're in violation! What do you mean I'm in violation? What are the limits? Tell me! I don't see it. The car has a turbo. Ah, it says NA Fest. Okay, so there it is. Wow, dude, imagine a non-car person playing this, like they don't know this shit. This would be a terrible first game because I don't think you would be able to know what's even going on. Dude, I'm a car person, I didn't even see the NA Fest, NA Festa. They didn't even write Fiesta, it's Festa. Is Festa an actual word in any language? I know Fiesta, but what is Festa? It didn't sell well. It doesn't surprise me. Like, this is a bit of a shit show when it comes to menuing and explain. Like, I can imagine, okay, the game isn't bad, right? The game is not bad, but it is really bad as a first play. Like, you don't understand any of this. Even as a car person, I have a hard time menuing through this game. It is extremely user unfriendly. Wait until you find out how to actually beat the game. I'm about to throw it in, my friends. Localization and a skill issue, man. How to beat the Emotional King? You have to find a laundry list of opponents who only show up at specific times. The fuck is a laundry list? Of specific weather conditions and sometimes only after beating certain events or opponents. That sounds really annoying. It gets Mad Maxi later on, so you need to reinforce. Okay. How do I know I get new sponsors? Wait, I got mails. How do I read my mails? New BBs. And what are BBs now? Oh wow. So you're gonna have Gymkhana for every location too, huh? Actually quite a lot to do to beat this game, huh? Wait, it's still the same course. But yeah, the way the game is built is is like Gran Turismo. Like having these certain restrictions on the events. You need an FF car or naturally aspirated or whatever else they're gonna bring. Sponsor bonus? Wait, why am I... Oh, I have to reapply the sponsors. Category level 2. Oh, C level is the category level. Now the game tells me. That's why it's called a category race. Hey, we're learning. On the windshield you get more money. Of course, because the game tells me that. Is there any other spot that pays extra? All point. What does that mean? I feel like I'm speaking a different language. All is total point equals what is selected. Okay. So I get slightly more money if I have 2 different sponsors than the same one. That game is hella confusing. I'm getting a throwback to Night Runners. I'm getting those vibes because it's so weird. 7% of the time is spent in the menus. And you're supposed to feel good about that. They probably used the Google translation for this game. It's kind of crazy to me. You have enough money to make a game. You do not have enough money to have a proper localization for a different country. I wonder what the German version of this is like, if it even has one. The high school project was to translate the game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they've been doing, man. There's a German version of this. Fantastic. Because I cannot imagine that the German version is much better. It's probably throwing some random words in your face as well. In German, it's KuruHS 2, really? Action! God, I want to turn him off, man. Wait, can you? Oh, I think you can. There's a menu where you can make it into a sound effect, right? So you don't have a male or female voice, you have a sound effect. Stop your judgment. It probably means something like, you know, it's not being counted, you know, your drift wasn't judged. Stop your judgment. Dude, now I don't have enough points. I got double wrecked by this event. Again! I wouldn't even say that the game is bad. But it is janky. And I play a lot of racing games and I feel like the braking in this game is a bit unintuitive. Like there's corners where I feel like I should have enough braking applied and then I still hit the wall. You know what I don't like about the drifting in this game? I feel like you don't have any speed at the end of the drift. But it doesn't feel that smooth, you know? Drifting for me, like at the end of a drift, I wanna be still in motion. Here it feels like I'm losing all of my speed at the end of the drift. So it's not as satisfying. Maybe I can pull it off when I have rear-wheel drive. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit unsatisfying that at the end of a drift you're so slow. Especially if you're someone that plays rally games, the entire point of drifting is that you leave, or rather you get around the corner quickly. Which usually means that you're also pretty fast out of the corner. And the understeer of the front-wheel drive cars is extremely obvious. Oh my god, and now I was too slow. This fucking event, dude! Oh, if you hit the wall, you cannot even make points afterwards. Yeah, all-wheel drive with a little bit more power on the rear, something like that. What's it gonna be this time? Too slow or not enough points? Or both? Both would be fun. Treat it more like a sim, brake early. No, I wanted those points, man. The understeer is so annoying. Like the cars slap back so hard the moment you let go of the handbrake. It feels really awful. I really hope the rear-wheel drive feels better, man. Now I don't have enough points. Oh. You told me to take a front-wheel drive as my first car. I fucking hate it. It feels awful. This drives like absolute ass. Why do you recommend this? I'm just understeering the entire racetrack. I hate it. Said first. That's funny. I was so mad at the game that I thought I lost. Well, I took the advice to heart and I'm braking more like it would be a sim racer. Kinda works. Most of the time. Okay. Here's what I would do for my own racing game. The default handling would be a lot better. Like I wouldn't... Are you serious? Alright. Let's turn this asshole off first, and then we come back to this. And then we're gonna put some performance upgrades into this fucking slow car. Or we just immediately buy a rear-wheel drive car. I don't even know yet. It's a bit torturous, this game, not gonna lie. I don't think this game is for everyone. And I definitely do not sign the waiver where it says torturous games are the best. They're not. So let's hope he doesn't scream action anymore. I will cut out his throat. Nice. So much better with a sound effect. You know, just like when like a new game comes out, I suffer so you guys don't have to. I think this game as like a social hangout is probably better than playing it yourself. Oh, did you just notice the game actually does show you 2 indicators? It was showing right first into left afterwards. Like they do it here. They do it in these game modes that they give you the indications for 2 corners, but they don't do it for the Gymkhana stuff. They're actually doing it right here, And they're doing it wrong in Gymkhana. I already have enough points. Dude, the sound effect is so much better than an asshole saying action 24/7. Hey, we finally have the combination of points and time. Only took us 7 attempts. Lots of stuff to mess with. Can change the gear ratio. At least if you had upgrades for it. Front engine rear-wheel drive. Work better for drifting. I hope so. Maybe the traction control was messing with me. Dude, now it really feels like Gran Turismo. You know what I find weird? The game doesn't really handle like a sim, but it has a bunch of tuning settings like a sim. I would even have a hard time calling it a simcade. Or maybe when you're not drifting, I could put this game into the simcade category. And I think it kinda has to be, considering all of the tuning settings that you get access to. It felt decent. Maybe it's good to turn off traction control. But a metric shit ton of menus in this game. Do I get anything from reading my email though? Kaido XXXX. Don't open it on stream. Page down. How do I go to normal? How do I change folder? I don't know how this works. I give up. I'm going crazy with these menus, man. But yeah, one thing I cannot complain about when it comes to modern gaming, it's their menus. Their menus are a lot less retarded than some PlayStation 2 games. Dude, the car drives way better without traction control. Conclusion. Cheers, hotshots. Drink the pain away. Wow, my car is not fast enough for this. I was 12 seconds off. Not even remotely close. Alright, now let's set foot into the darker side. At night you can beat down rivals that show up at the parking area. Ah, there's PA. I remember I was asking what the hell is a parking area when we played that other game. Night Runners. Oh, yeah, earlier someone said you need to check the parking area when it rains and when other shit happened, right? I'll say it again, until you reply to the Slash's challenge on the BBs. What is the BBS, man? You won't see him. What's the BBS? Where do I find the BBS? Fucking video game. This is important, yeah, which is great, but when I don't know where it is. Big black shitboard. Where is it? I hate this game. Of course it's in the garage. Because the game told me so. Wait, it didn't! I still don't know where it is. It's there. Where's my ban button? This game is so unnecessarily complicated. Oh, that was the exact wording that I gave Night Runners. Slasher called you out, look at Hakona's BBs. I hate this shit. I feel so annoyed using abbreviations like BBS, and it means nothing. There is no description for it anywhere. It's just a BB, right? Or BBs. Like, what is it? Nobody knows. They just use it. They just invent words and letter combinations that don't exist. Bulletin board system. Maybe the game doesn't tell you that. You just wrote bulletin board system. I mean, do Japanese people not call it email? Or a form, something? Go pass me the suicide pills. The mini-map takes away from your peripheral vision in left-hand corners. Like, it will be exactly where you would be looking around the corner. For example, I would put the mini-map in the left lower corner and the bar above it. Replay is safe. Not safe to replay. Okay, time attack. Now it's time attack battle. Earlier it was TA attack. Like, even the developers couldn't decide on one way to name the stuff. Remember, it was TA battle now, and earlier was TA attack. Do I need to beat them all for anything? Like, do I unlock anything for beating them all, or can I just do that tough opponents? Because you're not making any money of those idiots. Like, if you do the Gymkhana stuff, you get like 20k. This is 5k, so it's not really worth doing. Oh, beating them does actually progress the game? Why? Do I get experience, or how does it work? Dude, their driving looks really fucked up too. Do you see how much understeer that guy is dealing with? Like, you can tell as he's turning that his car fights him. Oh, 40,000 CP. Big boy. Oops. Does that mean I lost 40,000? Dude, my car has like no chance against this Z. I think it's time for a new car, huh? 456. Are you sure I lost money? Oh, I did lose the money. Wait, did it not save? Do you have to manually save this game? Another thing that the game never told me, that I actually have to manually save. Where even? Dude, not having autosave on PlayStation 2 is sad. That's actually sad. Mysterious shop. Why is it mysterious? What the hell is a clear doll and why does it cost 10 million? Changes weather to sunny. Ah. Bit expensive for 10 mil, huh? Charms to manipulate the weather. Okay. I assume they are more than just a single use. Is your car hit? What? Is he asking me if I hit my car? Or high intensity? Hidden lights. High intensity discharge, meaning the lights are brighter than standard ones. Ah, that is a fun fact. Thank you, man. The game does that all the time, by the way. It throws a bunch of abbreviations in your face without ever explaining them. It's the equivalent of throwing you in the water without any explanation on how to swim. I can see myself and millions of people that might want to play this game being extremely annoyed by the menus the first time they play it. And just giving up because, like, what the fuck is going on even? And somebody said earlier the game didn't sell well, which doesn't surprise me. This is not a game I would recommend to anyone that has not played a bunch of racing games before. That Suzuki looks like a victim. Oh, I didn't expect him to slam the wall so hard. I totally agree that all-wheel drive might be the thing that I might actually like handling-wise. S-Engine, it's AKPHRM Uni for ABC. What does that mean? This entire sentence makes no sense. Buy a part, find out. Sure. This game is so fucked, dude. Okay, so you have 3 different parts, and for each part you want a specific brand to get a combo. Okay, that is super logical. I bet everyone thinks that's a good thing to put into a video game. You're supposed to mix and match and find out what's good. Yeah, I don't see people doing this. Am I in the wrong here? Or do you all agree that the average player would never do this? You never played it? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty happy we have someone like Express in here that knows his stuff, but man, this is unnecessarily complicated. Hecting the checkpoint. What? The game is already confusing enough. Why do you have to add fuel to the fire, man? Yeah, maybe I'm in a war zone. I was supposed to defend something. I don't know. Oh shit, I need to do points. Ah! Hello, Russians. Why am I not drifting? Why is my brain so stupid? Run a K car. Okay. Another personal opinion about this game. I think the starter cars are too slow. I'm actually getting kinda bored of these slow cars. I feel like you spend way too much time in slow cars. Yeah, it's too slow to make the necessary points. In this game you grind Gymkhana till you die. Yeah, that's not good either. Wait, already missed it. And not having a retry button is ridiculous. Like, why do I have to menu through everything again? Why? Why is that necessary? Dude, even Gran Turismo is faster when it comes to, like, progression. I'm not a fan of this game. I think just in general. This is not gonna be one of those gems I will recommend to everyone. Honestly, why don't I just cheat money? Instead of grinding like an absolute retard, let's just cheat some money. Oh, I did cheat some money in the other game too because I didn't want to grind. Fuck you, game. Money, bro! Let's go. Wait, this is gonna be a clever one. Are you ready? No grind. Okay, I expected a bit more of a reaction from you guys. So it said moderate when we had 2 of those parts. And after you buy it and equip it, then it tells you you have a critical combination here. Which means you have to do trial and error. You have to buy all of the parts, slap them together, and hope it works out. This is retarded. A grindy game making it even more grindy. Fuck these developers, man. This is ridiculous. I don't want to spend an entire year just to play this game. Oh my god, I'm mad at this, dude. You know when I say old games are hard, this one's too hard. This feels like secret society bullshit. People feeling good because they know something you don't. See, I don't think it's fair at all. Do you see how much money you need in this game? And then they want you to buy all the parts just to try out which combination is good? Obviously not. You're gonna wait until someone did it before you and you just read the guide. Here's my issue. You don't discover this. Reasonably, you wait until a guide comes out and then you follow the guide. You wouldn't do this by yourself. And the average player definitely doesn't do that. Like, I think about games, what is the average player experience? Is it fun? Is it annoying? Is it grindy? Like, what does it feel like to play the game? And this is just cock and ball torture. If you need to have the perfect combination of parts to get a bonus. And you would have to buy everything and try out everything just to see if it works. I'm not okay with that. Equip the turbo KI. What? Dude, they even have a typo in there. The turbo KI. Or is it because the takeaway turbo is missing? What is a takeaway turbo? Give it back. Ooh, that car looks way better. It also handles way differently. I really like my number plate. Yeah, man, oversteer. Look at this. Oh, the car drives like an actual race car. No more fucking understeer. Yes! A car that feels like a car. Don't tell me I have to read an email first. I will actually slit your throat. Already fought Black Onyx. Wait. How do I see that then? Does Conquest mean I already beat him? Oh! C didn't mean completed, but Conquest. Like, you conquered this dude already. Man, the choice of words in this game is astonishing. I cannot recommend front-wheel drive at all. I'm not sure if there's any good front-wheel drive cars, but it has a shit ton of... Every front-wheel drive car has a shit ton of understeer. And it feels annoying. If I have to put it in words. It's just annoying to drive those cars. Hey, you want a game that has good front-wheel drive cars? Play Most Wanted. Do you think it's good game design that you use one car for 90% of the game? Because I think it's a bit of a bitch move when you're basically forced into a specific car to have a chance to beat the game and everything else is just torture. Right, then it comes down to game balancing. And yeah, I do put out a lot of critique for this game because I think they could have done it a lot better, which would have made the game more interesting to more people. That being said, there's actually a really cool game here, right? But I gotta be honest, it feels so much better when you actually have a decent car. Considering how shit the starter cars were, this feels like a different game right now. Hey guys, Kuru, check out Instant Gaming for cheap game keys. Click the link in the description below. I don't think that the localization is that much of an issue. I do think it's the general pace of the game, that it's too slow in the beginning. I think that actually alienates most people. I gotta be honest, I was bored in the beginning because it was so slow. I don't think this was much different as a viewer or a player. Like, I was thinking internally, dude, does this game finally start? Like, now, maybe? Maybe now I get a good car, or now, you know, some upgrades, some money, so I can actually do something. You can definitely enjoy a game more because the alternatives are bad. Kind of what happens with new games, right? Like, people don't really like new games that much, so they go back to the older ones that they liked. You get like 2.9 million if you call yourself Drift or Takumi. Nice. The action sound effect is way better than the dude saying action all the time. You got the Hakone Nana Magari license. Now you can try the Hakone Nana Magari stage. Progression! We unlocked a new thing after 3 hours and 45 minutes. Nana Magari! Yes! Yeah, in Gran Turismo, I think it's really fun to do the missions, like the driving missions and the license test, and it gives you cars that you can actually use for the follow-up events, and you also learn how to play the game. Like, that structure just works so much better, right? That's why Gran Turismo was successful in the first place. And yeah, if you want the tip from my side, I really recommend rear-wheel drive. You do have a fairly realistic handling model here, and you can really tell that front-wheel drive cars were not really made to race around here. But if anything, you've gained the commanding air of a racer. What does that mean? Chat, you have earned my commanding air. How do you feel about this? Do you enjoy my commanding air tonight? Connection net. You want to tell me that the Japanese translation for internet somehow ends up being connection net? Ravel info. You shouldn't be able to press this if there's no information. Stop baiting me all the time. Where's the red symbol? Unread symbol. Where's the differentiation? It just says new. All the mails. This is hard. This is hard to play, man. This is really hard to play. I didn't accept it. I have to accept it? You're right, you have to answer. I might throw my computer out of the window at that point. Hey, the game is good after all. It has a golf, man. Oh shit, what? I tied! It's a failure when you tie! Why? Does this always happen to me, man? I tied and I lost! Are you serious? Dude, and then it's gone? Thank you, save states. Holy crap, you actually only get one try. I mean, to be fair, I kind of botched the start because I was eyeing the golf so much, but still, holy crap, dude. Oh, you get the sponsor challenge regardless, you just don't get the money. Okay, so the game is not completely a bitch. The dog eat dog world, where you can ruin your own standing overnight. It pays to be aggressive and everyone's a potential rival. This entire sentence is retarded, man. The Hiroshima Slashes challenge is up on the BBs, man. Wait, another slasher? Immediately? Did I just unlock 2 slashes in a row? That is so stupid. Like, I complained about the game's progression and then it throws 2 bosses in my face right after each other instead of giving me one earlier. You could have given me one earlier at like the 2-hour mark and then another one at the 4-hour mark. This game bothers me the way it's designed. It really is. It really does. Need to issue the battle first. I'll come and see. And then we might race. Mount Noro Empress Ayaka Moriyama is now my friend. And how does that benefit me? Oh, you can borrow your friend's cars? That's cool. Look at those 2 right next to each other. I mean, come on. It looks a bit like Ryan Cooper's car, man. But the thing is, you know, instead of less messages that are all in one folder, you have all of these subfolders that all have emails. I don't want to read this. I don't think most people want to read this. Just give me the important stuff and everything else, put it in the spam folder so I don't have to look at it. Bro, too much information. I don't want to. This game is already challenging my attention with all the stuff that is going on. I'm so not doing this. Steering angle also makes steering faster. Dude, I hate games where you have to change everything to make the cars drivable. Why aren't the default settings good? And you only adjust minor things to your preference. Why are the default settings so ass? I do not get any satisfaction out of completely reconfiguring every car that I buy. I hate this. Where was I actually? Was I doing a race? Don't you rebuild every new car that you buy? No? Weird. Whoa, okay, the handbrake does work now. I mean, I'll play the game for today, but I don't think I'll play it again. I think one day of this is enough for me because there's just gonna be more of the same, and I don't like the game enough to play it again. Let's say this game was a little bit more focused on the racing part, with better pacing. I think I would enjoy it a lot more. You know, it's one of those games that isn't bad, but it's just not my cup of tea, mostly, I would say. If I'm fair towards the game. Dude, the menu kinda made me wanna uninstall this game and return it to the store. I think this game could benefit from a more balanced default tuning on the cars. Like, I would like more of the cars to feel good out of the box when you buy them. And I think this game is a bit of a victim of all of its little flaws. right? I don't think there's anything super particularly bad, but you just have, you know, the quality of life issues, the cars feel a bit too stiff, and a lot of the starter cars are extremely slow, and then the progression in the beginning is super slow too, and it just adds up, all of that. Like, none of that would make me, you know, quit a game and say it's bad. It's just a little bit of everything. Like, right now, like, quality of life issue, once again, I have to go through every single menu just to figure out if, hey, maybe there's something new here that I can do. Shortcut menu, basic settings, change car, player stats. Why can I not go home from this menu screen? Seriously? Why can I not use the home button? Why is this locked out? I'm so mad. So mad at this game, dude. Why can't I not go home? Why couldn't I go to this fucking menu? It makes no sense. Yeah, it has to be an event or it has to be a parking area, because it makes so much sense that only these two are okay to go home, right? Everything else works, but no, if you're in that menu in particular, you cannot go home anymore. Fuck you, that's why. This game is so stupid. I want to kill the guy that made the menus for this game. If I'm ever gonna be in prison, guys, it's because I killed the guy that made the menu for this game. Just so you know, he was justified. This game's menu is so bad, it makes me wanna become a developer just so I can recompile the entire game with new menus. Like, I was complaining about Gran Turismo titles having clunky menus, but this takes the cake. Genuinely, I do not know any other game that has more annoying menus than this game. Like, this is a challenge. Find me a game that has more annoying menus than this one. Inexperienced. Thanks. Bro, I always wanted to win a medal that spells out inexperienced. Like, thanks. Not only that, it is completely off-center. Like, what is this, dude? Which drunk motherfucker printed that on? Like, I can agree with, you know, this circle. Okay, now I see what it's centered around. But it's different on both sides, isn't it? It is. I thought maybe they mirrored the other side, but I don't think they did. On the other side, the inexperience is centered on the circle. Yeah, it is a lot closer to the border here. Man, these guys suck at graphics. Free coffee at the next gas station. Yes! The guy's a rookie at making medals too. The thing is, Pro Street is actually very similar to this, where if you tune your car right, it drives way better. But that's not good. It shouldn't be like this. The cars shouldn't be terrible by default and only become good by tuning. Because most people, they don't tune their cars. They might buy upgrades, right? They will slam all of the upgrades that they can buy, but most people don't tune their cars and they will drive the game with terrible cars and then feel bad about it because it's so strange. If you assume that everyone that buys your game is a fucking tuning professional, you have already lost. Tuning should be for preference and not for basic usability. Absolutely. Like, if the cars don't work properly without tuning, then you're just gonna have a bunch of annoyed people, which happened with Pro Street, by the way, right? People were complaining about the handling in Pro Street, and so did I. Like, it feels especially awful on the PlayStation or an Xbox. Okay, you wanna know why I'm so mad at grinding in racing games? Racing games are already grindy by nature. Right? There isn't too much variety you can do about racing. It's always gonna be hit the gas, hit the brakes, and steer on different tracks, right? The repetition is already built in, right? The racing games are already repetitive and grindy. And then if you add additional grind elements to it, it becomes too much for me. This is when I say no, I can't play this. Right? You shouldn't be doing the same event twice after you receive the gold medal. Once you have the highest rating in event, there shouldn't be a reason for you to do it again. Right? Games that are like, oh, do this event 50 times so you have enough money to actually advance the game. That is not good game design, and it's not fun either. Like, you're not gonna find anyone that likes this. But developers, it's easy, right? It's easy to make a game grindy. It doesn't take a lot of work to make a game grindy. It takes a lot more work to make a game so good and so fun that you play it a lot naturally. right? The guy here who doesn't know himself very well, know who I'm talking about. Takumi Kirazu, the Autumn Lord. Notice a lot of the cars have a tendency to go left or right after the start. Okay, why does it say Fat Punk and Night Pressure on the top? Where's that coming from? My name is Fat Punk. I don't remember choosing that name. It changes depending on how you drive. And that, I bet it's one of those 500 emails, and that's not even exaggerated. I do have 500 emails right now. I bet that information is in there somehow. You know what I don't understand? Why should a game be so extensive that it could be your life? Like, people still have to go to work, socialize with the people around them, and sleep. So why do you put so many time-consuming life features into a video game? You know, this basically means it applies to people that don't have to worry about money and have no friends, right? Because that's the only way you have enough time to actually read everything that this game has. Right, you have no social life, so you get it from a video game. And you also are rich, because clearly you need to spend your entire day in order to even do everything that the game has. Like a game shouldn't be a job. It shouldn't take that much time to get everything. It's too time consuming. And that is coming from someone that can play video games for a living, right? Like, I'm one of the few people in this world that could do all that this game has to offer and get paid for it. But I don't want to, because it's boring. It's really boring. But hey, if you guys have another opinion, let me know. I'd love to debate. Wait, how do I go in reverse? Dude, how do you even shift in reverse? Motherfucker! How do you shift in reverse? I have not on this. It's B. Oh fuck, dude. Motherfucker, now it's all gone. The entire progress. What a waste of time, man. But yeah, it's easy to say, hey, the game wasn't successful, so I'm right? Life doesn't work that way. Because if that was true, then why wasn't Blur successful? The thing is, the hitbox of the car is a little bit bigger, or the hitbox of the surroundings are a bit bigger than it shows. So I get more often than not stuck when I shouldn't. Very dangerous. You know, it would be so nice if you could see before you enter.
Both are good, but I like the ones from 6.
If there's actually events to do or not. Like, you have to menu everything all the time just to see if there is something. I hate it. It's less frustrating when the menus are running at 10 times the speed. If you speed up the menus, it's okay-ish. The menu is really bad. A Coro Euro R. Is this game worth playing? You need patience. You need a lot of patience for this game. And I do recommend you either call yourself Takumi, which gives you extra money, or you use the cheat file that I used for infinite money. Okay, let's see how all-wheel drifting feels. All-wheel drive drifting. Understeer. Dude. Why do you use anything than rear-wheel drive in this game? Fucking hate it, dude. Like, it feels exactly like the front-wheel drive cars. I hate it. I can only drive and like rear-wheel drive cars in this game. You know, it feels like the game is gatekeeping. Right? When the default tuning on most cars are not that usable, it just feels like it tries to keep you out. Right? The game tries to annoy you on purpose. Let's say it like this. This game is for enthusiasts. This is a game for people that love to fine-tune all of their cars and every time they get a new car. If you just want to jump in and play, this is not the game for you. This is not the game for me. I know that much. It requires a little bit too much of me. right? It feels like it wants to force me to work, and I don't want to. I want to play. Yeah, I mean, it's the extreme. It's Tokyo Xtreme Racer. Guess I'm not extreme enough. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 menus just to find out that I don't have any events here. I hate this. I hate this so much. Not the game, just the menu. You know how GT7 has like an overview where it tells you exactly which events are new, which events you've already done, where you can still do stuff before you press the menus. That's what this game is missing. Extreme Menu Navigator. So, if you have extreme patience and you don't care about terrible menuing, and I swear this is the worst menuing I've seen in any game ever. I don't hate the game, I think it's actually quite good, but it has so many quality of life issues that it frustrates you. I promise you, it will frustrate you. Night Runners menus are not as bad. After playing Night Runners and hating on the menuing in Night Runners, I can tell you this one was worse by a lot. But yeah, I'm done! See you tomorrow, guys. Sleep tight, come back tomorrow for more, and good night.